back, and no half majors there. A big hit over mid-on, and it sails over for a huge six. So UAE early in the power, making their intentions very clear.
Not a bad blow from Mayank. Saw that ball swing away, so he decides to not allow it to do that. Just goes down the wicket and meets it almost at its pitch. Now, fine leg has been brought in. There's a deep mid wicket has been placed. Oh, shout. That's a good shout. Just give it. That slow death. Had a careful look and then caught in the crease. Mayank has been rubbed onto the pads and Anshul gets his revenge.
So India pick up the first wicket in this fashion. Immediate redemption this. Wrapped on the pads, on the back foot, in front of the stumps, and the umpire has no hesitation. And Anshul makes a comeback in style as he finishes the first over, and UAE are 11 for 1.
Keswani, the batter, who is coming at number 3 after the dismissal of Mayank. 11 for 1, the UAE, after winning the toss. Wahib Arora will now bowl. Right arm over. Nicely driven shot to a fielder. Wahib has also been given 2 slips with that new ball. What an eventful first over. Boundary, a maximum, and a wicket.
Action-packed first over of this game. Twice the batter stepped down for a boundary and a 6, and then this happened of the last delivery. He went on the back foot. Touch of premeditation you could make out from that shot. I think the fielder moved to deep square leg, and that must have made him think that it's going to be a short one. Otherwise, there's no point going on the back foot. So decent move there from Tilak Verma, placing a fielder on deep square leg and putting in the mind of the batter that a short one might come, and having him trapped in front of the stumps on the back foot.
UAE making one change, and that is Aryansh, who's on strike at the moment, the only player to be brought in into the 11 after that first outing. Again, now back to 1 slip.
Well, the pitch for this game is similar to one used earlier, and it is dry. It is supporting the spinners a bit, gripping more, but in the night time, in the evening, there is some sheen, and the ball does tend to skid through a bit more than the one game played earlier in the day.
Nicely picked up, should be out, yes! He's picked up a fielder as well. Very well done down at deep square. Running in, and the anticipation was a 100%. He didn't complete that shot. Big boundary, square of the wicket, and Arora strikes away strikes.
Wes, aimless stroke play this, knowing that the fielder is there, and this hit was going to take him nowhere. Not the amount of pace offered by the bowler which would take the ball outside the boundary ropes. He had to put in a lot more and probably place the ball in the gap. Didn't do any of it, so he has to leave. Scored 1 of 5, and UAE are 11 for 2.
Rahul Chopra, right-handed bat, 16 matches to him. Strike rate, well, probably will have to work on that. It's 85. And he's come out with the UAE in all sorts of trouble with 11 for 2 at the moment. Back to 2 slips with the new batter on strike. Will that change the way how Basil and his men will now approach the remaining overs? Because they've looked to attack up till now and they've lost 2.
Well, this is the wicket for you. If you haven't seen it earlier, you didn't get it out of the middle of the bat, straight to the man in the team, no trouble at all. A regulation take that.
हमारा ड्यूटी खत्म हो जाएगा अभी
Definitely disappointment for Yanks. Vaibhav Arora is already off the mark by picking up a wicket, and he has given no runs away of the 5 deliveries that he's bowled.
उनको
Again,
फोन कर
one slip
दीजिए
off.
गेट पे रखा ले लेना
This could be a wicket maiden. Oh no, it's not. They'll at least get a couple. 3 men are after it. If they run well, they can do 3, I'll tell you that. No comedy of errors down there. Well, in all that, how many did they get? 3, yes they did. End of the over, it's 14 for 2. Anshul will continue. He's bowled 1 over 1 for 11. Went for a maximum in a 4, but then came back strongly with a wicket. A good full face of the bat there. Match 8, and the umpires officiating this on field. He's Mr. Ramasamy Venkatesh. His partner at square leg is Jamal De Soisa.
Tight lines there from the Indian bowlers. After the first couple of hits in the first over, where the batter Mayank had to use his feet twice. Since then, everything has been right on the money. Just have a look at this. No room offered to the batter to play any sort of stroke, and a good length as well. Anshul bowled critical spells for India. The first game picked up man of the match as well, and he's continuing. And this has been swung away on the leg side, picked off a length. A certain boundary this for Rahul, and he'll feel much more confident after this boundary. UAE move to 18.
They've clearly come out with an instruction of cash out on the power play that's available. They must have learned a thing or two watching the first outing that India A had in the tournament with their bowling, how they're operating. And accordingly, even after losing 2 wickets, they're looking to aggressive, just controlled aggression. Just opens the face and gets one more. A smart batting after a boundary. Get onto the other side. No change for the India side. Going with the winning combination that they had against Pakistan A. Is your player of the match, the captain Tilak. Pretty confident that they want to chase today.
So he's still engaging in the change of the field. Another slip, a wide one this time. Perhaps the first slip and the one between the third and the fourth. And straight away there's an outside edge, and lucky for the batter it didn't carry. So good change, and that means that Anshul was looking to swing the ball away. And this is his first over. First one to the square leg was just a single, then the charge came and was a boundary. The third one being a dot, and then a magnificent outswinger, and a big hit for a six, and then this happened, a wicket. So an action-packed first over, having everything, a boundary, a six, and the wicket eventually.
Nilansh gets off the mark and will keep strike. It's 20 for 2. Crowd coming in to support their sides, and it gets much cooler here as the evening sets in, so even more enjoyment and bearable weather. Persistent with that slip, and Webber will continue. He's got 1 for 3 in his first over, coming round the wicket. Driven to short cover. Young side, the UAE had their first win against Oman, so they've got their 2 points under the belt. Prab Simran, who opened so well against Pakistan A, showed some great skill and talent, especially in that power play. Raman with that brilliant catch to dismiss Sajid Khan. Yasir Khan, rather.
Both these opening bowlers bowling for the India A side, not very quick but very controlled in their lines and lengths, and in fact Anshul can swing the ball both ways. We have seen that on a number of occasions. Arora has picked up a wicket, but was coming off more from a batter's mistake rather than a dismissal which is forced by the bowler. And now he's asking his square leg to go back on the boundary. And there's a slip as well. The fine leg comes into the circle. I doubt that he's going to bowl a short one. Yeah, batter going after the ball, only an inside edge, taking the ball to the square leg. Will fetch him a couple. So more of a double bluff going on. We saw in the first over, Anshul taking the man back at deep square leg, bowling a fuller delivery, getting the wicket. And the same thing being repeated by Arora, but not resulting in the same fashion. This time 2 runs.
Yeah, he ended up bowling full, yes, but onto the legs. Allowed him to work it to square leg and get a couple. Keeping the players very busy, Tilak. Now he's removed all the slips and he's got one at mid-wicket. Brilliant. And now third is coming inside. You don't want to be a fielder under Tilak's captaincy because you'll be moving around just when you feel you're settled as a fielder. Shorter one now. That's wide. A little too short.
Well, yes, wide signaled. It was too short and flying way over the head of the batter. And the umpire making a decent call there. Just have a look at. Yeah. It didn't even need to go down. Just a reaction when the length is short. The umpires in conversation with each other, and oh, he's taken his decision back. Then we'll come back to it after this delivery.
I'm not really sure. I mean, he gave it a wide very clearly. I saw that. Now he's confirming. Oh, it is a wide.
Yes, this is the short ball, and going way over the batter's head, and rightly called as wide ball by the front-on umpire. There's a bit of confusion. Maybe it is the prerogative of the leg umpire to signal if this is going to be a wide or not. Maybe that was the case.
Nicely worked away. Looks like a player who's strong on the onside, controls that shot. 21 years of age, Nilesh Keswani. He's coming at number 4 for the UAE. That's the India camp, the support staff.
Well, there's yo-yo test going on in the field. One comes up, one goes back.
What if Tilak wasn't the traffic police? Not be havoc. Controlling traffic left, right. Everyone come, everyone go back.
Well, 4 gone. It's 25 for 2 UAE.
5 for the loss of 2. थोड़ा तेज भागना भाई लोग जगह पे
Nilesh, the only change in that 11 from the previous outing. Aryansh, sorry. They sound very similar. Aryansh, the wicket keeper. And India goes unchanged after that first game and the first win. Spin for the first time in the game. Nishant Sindhu from that far end.
Shot.
16 matches, just above 6 economy, with 3 for 15 his best. 20 years of age, Nishant Sindhu.
थोड़ा दो कदम बस बस बस
Wait for the umpire's signal. Leg bias was going down the leg.
Yes, giving the ball a bit of air, looking to spin the ball. but it was going down the leg side. The reason for umpire's response to the appeal. Bowling a couple of overs in the game against Pakistan, giving away 15 runs and picking up 2 crucial wickets. And this is how Nishant went in that big game. And today, he'll be looking to repeat. Slower through the air, some turn. Nicely worked for a run.
Previous outing, Nilansh with his 2 wickets, that actually goes to the fielder. Trust me, that was hit hard. He's just plucked it out of nowhere. Then, miscued. Bat rotates in the hand and goes down to long off, and again, another wicket to Nishant. This time, this is a good-looking shot. It's wide of that fielder at long off, and you won't cut it off, Raman. Maximum given, in fact, just lands over the rope.
It's a very good cricket shot, this. Rahul getting into a great position there. Six to the total, and to Rahul. Once again, he goes big, knowing that the fielders are up in the circle. Makes a decent connection, doesn't get the boundary, will get a couple. And getting a move on in the power play are the UAE batters.
It's not a bad ploy. Attack the bowler who's just into his first over. Don't let him start getting under your skin. Got a maximum and then almost a boundary. Dot ball to end the over. It is 35 for 2.
Okay, fine, take.
पॉइंट पीछे पॉइंट अंदर ही रहने दो पॉइंट पीछे कवर
UAE opting to bat first in match number 8 in the 6th edition of the Emerging Teams Asia Cup 2024. Tilak Verma at the toss, very clear about his plans. That's what you need from a leader, clarity and thoughts. Rafiq Salam, exciting young bowler, very good with his change-ups and has shown a lot of consistency in recent times as well. Was amongst wickets in the last outing against Pakistan, Got 2 for 30 in his 4 overs. Good little partnership here between both these batters, Nilansh and Rahul Chopra. 24 and 20. A good evening to Dav Watmore as well.
Good evening to you, Mikhail. And you're quite right. 24 runs, 20 balls to get that. So they're going it better than a run a ball. And this will be the last over of the field restrictions. And that's a very... not enough legs on that. That's just a simple catch to mid-off. And sadly, Nilansh has to go. That will be the 3rd wicket in the power play. Only 35 runs on the board. And let's have a look at this replay. Here we go. He's got the movement patterns okay, but the length really wasn't there to play that shot. And he's not strong enough to hit it way over the top. So sadly, he has got to go. 35 for 3, and it's the 5th. It's a 5 overs and 1 ball.
Vishnu Sukumaran comes in, a high highest of 50, age 33, strike rate under 120, 11 matches for him. Got 15 runs in the last encounter against Oman. Comes in at a time with his team needing a partnership over here. All three pacers making merry in conditions under lights, all of them amongst wickets. What a start for Rasik, a wicket of his very first delivery. It's taken brilliantly done as well by Prabh Singh behind the wickets. What a catch, what a delivery, and this man's on a hat-trick now. UAE caving in after batting first.
That's one of the rare occasions we've seen that ball deviate. What a delivery that was. It must have been seam up. Hits the seam. Have a look at this and straightens back. What a delivery. That's very difficult to play. Unlucky to get that first up. But what a ball. Really good effort. And that's the fourth wicket that's fallen.
What a ball, what a catch, what a moment in the game. Vishnu walks in, walks out in one delivery. That's wicket number 4 going. It's 35 for 4. What a start here for Rasik Salam. What an evening he's having. Handed over the ball in the 6th over. And in the very first 2 deliveries, he struck ball 1, ball 2. And this means he's now on a hat-trick with the player of the match from the last outing. Syed Haider walks out, slip in place. Tilak Varma adding some more stealth behind the wicket. Many fielders in the catching positions over here. 2 slips now. Short cover and a short mid-wicket as well. In comes Rasik. Movement. What a delivery again. This one coming in.
Well, there we go. The last delivery was a nice little in-swinger, and it's really difficult for the left-hander because it's always leaving the outside edge of your bat. So, good effort to be on a hat-trick. Very difficult to get the hat-trick. Not many bowlers achieve that.
Excellent execution of bowling here. There again in the width of the stumps, but nicely negated as well by the informed batter. Haider gets off the mark with a very fine boundary as well towards mid-wicket. Pressure times here for UAE, but he's certainly holding his nerve. That's a very good shot.
Yes, it was just drifting down the legs. Not a lot happening with that delivery, and nicely played, I have to say, off the pads. And what I'm interested is to see how these UAE batsmen approach the next 15 overs or so. Already 4 down. They're getting some good bowling. I don't know whether they're going to attack. I think they need to do a little bit of a repair job first, and that's a little bit wide. So there's this first wide.
2 wickets in his very first 2 deliveries here for Rasik Salam. First it was Lunch who departed, found Vaibhav Arora. Look at that for a catch and a delivery as well. Was moving to his right, Prabh Simran, then realized the faint edge and had to quickly dive down to his left. The ball was dying on him and he held on to it as well. Brilliant reflexes behind the stump and glove work by Prabh Simran. Castles, wicket number 3 in this over. Through the gates. What a delivery, what an over he's had so far. 3 wickets in his very first over. Rasik Salam has sent back batters in no time. He's broken the back of this UAE batting.
Oh, that's another beauty. He could have defended it, I have to say, but it did move a little bit off the pitch. Nice and straight. It gives it every chance of doing something. Look at that, top of middle stump. Nothing better than to see that happening if you're a bowler. Not so good if you're a batsman. So Haider 4 runs against his name, and there's 1 ball left in the belt.
captain comes out, and he needs to play the role of crisis man, needs to do the rescue act. Highest of 51. Half the side back in the dugout. The 32-year-old captain here, Basil Hamid, will have to do something special tonight to bail his team out of trouble. Remember, he won the toss and decided to bat first. And at the toss, he mentioned they're looking somewhere close to 170 in the 20 overs. Yeah, he's bowled exceptionally well in that first over. Look at this bowling figures. In 6 deliveries, he's had 3 wickets, given away 5 runs. Magnificent start for him. Spectacular 6 overs for India. They've punched above their weight and they've dominated proceedings in the middle.
Here we have a selection of replays here. A couple of decent shots, I have to say, but you're coming against a very good disciplined attack, and there's the first wicket. Very good ball, and then this one, a good catch. He had to come in. It looked easy in the start, at the end, but he had to make good ground. Here's another good shot here, and unfortunately, not enough legs on that. Just a simple catch to mid-off from the lunch, and then a beauty. A really good ball and just as good a catch. And look at that delivery. Top of middle stump, a little bit of movement, and that's the 5th wicket in the power play.
All wickets so far going to Pacers as we see spin in the form of Rahul Chahar. First 6 overs belong to India. This after they were asked to bowl first, they've obliged and taken 5 top wickets of UAE. Rahul Chahar was a bit scratchy in the first match of his, but certainly some purchase here for the spinners. Oh, that almost crashed into the stumps as well. Played early onto that, Daz.
Well, it did. It looked like a googly to start off with. You think he's going to turn away being a leg spinner, but it's held the pace on the pitch, and then there's a leg break. Now that's a bit easier because the length was a bit short. But the very first ball fooled him. It fooled everyone, I think.
In need of a partnership right now, UAE. Certainly feeling the pressure in the middle. It's gotten cool as the sun sets, but they're feeling the heat. Ironic as it may sound, but they put themselves in a spot over here. UAE. That one's dispatched. And that's out of here as well. Very ordinary delivery. He's been relying on the wrong ones, and they've all been half trackers. This time Basil says, I'll tee off and get off the mark in fine style.
Yeah, his rhythm's not quite there. He's only had 3 deliveries, but they've all been a little bit short. And bowlers always talk about getting into rhythm. Spinners especially need to get into rhythm. So he'll be looking to get the ball to come out of his fingers a lot better than that. And when that happens, he's a bit of a handful, I can tell you.
Much better. Fuller though. Work to do for the field in the deep. I reckon with seamers making merry in the middle, they do have more seam option in Ramandeep Singh. Anshul and Vaibhav have bowled 2 overs each. Nishant was the left-arm orthodox spinner. Rasik, 1 over for him. How well did he bowl as well in the last game against Pakistani? Just carrying on that form, Anshul Kamboj.
It really is a good, well-rounded, balanced attack. You got finger spinners, wrist spinners. You got some good swing bowlers. You got good seam bowlers, a bit of pace there as well. And it's a test. It'll be a test for everyone that they play against.
Nicely bowled. Tossed up delivery, inviting the batter into the drive, into the hit. And still be tempted to have seam from both ends. Dav, your views?
Well, it is, but when you've got 5 wickets down, it's also a good time to bring on a spinner. But if the wicket is supporting the pace, then there's another paceman on offer to bring on if it's required. Well fielded down there for a big fast bowler.
That's a brilliant effort in the deep, Anshul Kamboj. Great commitment. 50 comes up as well for UAE. It's 51 for 5 after over number 7. Right, so who's got most runs and most wickets in this Emerging Teams Asia Cup 2024? All you need to do is download the ACC app right away and you'll get a lowdown on all of this information and everything around Asian cricket and your favorite teams and players. Back live, over number 8, and this man's been special tonight. 3 for 5 in over number 1. Can he add a few more? How well has he bowled? You talk about bowlers executing their plans, bowling in the right channels and areas. How impressed are you with this Indian unit, Dev?
Pretty much, I have to say, with Rakesh. Here's a look again of the effort, the physical effort for a big man diving and stopping at boundary. Well done, Anshul. But Rusik, with his 3 wickets, to me, he's got a nice little easy action, nice approach. He jumps straight, lands straight, bowls straight.
Slashes hard. Early days in this man's career, Rafiq Salam. He's been amongst wickets in this tournament so far. He's really enjoying the 6th edition of the Emerging Teams Asia Cup. Rafiq Salam. Down the ground, firmly struck. Good shot by Captain Basil. Much needed boundary. Will certainly ease the pressure in the dugout as well. They need the momentum, they need the rhythm at the moment, and that will help.
It certainly was straight, wasn't it? But a little bit over-pitched. Having said that, though, the batsman still got to hit it and make sure he executes properly. And look at that, hard struck off drive, full face of the bat, and got his reward.
Slower this time. In 2 minds, Basil. He's got 5 wickets to his name so far. Rafiq Salam did exceptionally well with the ball against Pakistan as well. 2 for 30 in his 4 overs then the other night.
Well, that's right. He hasn't finished his quota yet, but he's already got 5 in nearly 2 games. So he has an opportunity to pick up another 1 or 2. But I'm looking at the attitude and the approach of the batsmen, having already lost 5, and I think they're going about it in the right way. They're still positive, and they're hell-bent on playing good cricket shots, and ensuring that they get some sort of total that they can defend.
A couple of nights ago, Rafiq Salam against Pakistan bowled exceptionally well. Got Haider Ali, who was struggling, and then a nice catch taken as well by Nihal Vadera to complete 2 wickets for this man, Rafiq Salam. 2 for 30 for him in 4 then, and tonight he already has 3 in the very first over. 3 for 11 in 1.5. Wow, numbers these. Beautifully played. Exquisite, gorgeous drive as well. What a way to end the 8th over. Rahul Chopra has looked good since the time he's come at 61 for 5.
It's 5 for 61 in 8 overs. So despite being 5 down, the run rate is still 7.62. So good effort. They got to keep trying to play good cricket shots and wait for the bad ball, and that's not good off drive. Dot ball. But these 2 are going along quite nicely.
Rahul Chahar into his 2nd over. Gave up 11 in that first. Take a look at that run-up as well, Dev. Across the wickets. That's high. And that will go over the side screen as well. But just about falls before that. Very nice strike. Ever since Basil Hamid has walked out, he's been very clear with what he has to do in the middle. And that's a very fine hit once again.
Yeah, terrific shot. Followed through beautifully. It was an over-pitch delivery. and gave it everything. Got what is deserved, I think. It's not turning that much, over pitching, and his approach is a little different to what we normally see with the right arm over wicket bowler. It's almost at a different angle, his approach, which is very unusual.
I just want to talk about that approach as well across the stumps. Never see a leg spinner coming in that manner. What are your views on that, Dav?
Well, it is unusual. It's very, I'm not saying, here we go. Look, he's coming from, as you would think a left arm spinner would be bowling. So it's, I don't know if he's practiced that or whatever, but it really is totally different.
This is turning out to be a good over. Rahul Chahar just having an off day at work. Not the best of Mondays. We all go through that, Dav.
Sure do. He looks like he's struggling to get rhythm into his bowling. He's clutching at straws, trying to do everything impossible to let that ball come out of his hand in a way that lands on a, look at that, that's a bad ball, short. It looked like it tried to be a flipper, and it certainly was a quicker one, but it pounced on it and got another maximum.
Yeah, he's been guilty of bowling way too many short deliveries this evening. Rahul Chahar, captain, quickly having a chat with him as well. Easy pickings for a batter. This partnership were 36 in 18. He thundered that into the Indian dugout. Run for cover. Oopsie doopsie, the laptop needs to be kept safe there. Fuller. 16 runs coming off the 9th over. It's been a highly productive one here for UEA. And they're certainly enjoying this comeback as well. It's 77 for 5.
And this is the 10th over, the beginning of it. And we got Nishant coming into bowl, a left arm orthodox bowler. And that'll be another 2 runs. These two are batting really well, but aided, I have to say, by some very loose bowling from Chahar. In fact, he has not a great 2024. The running between wickets have been really, really positive. It's been, the intention's been good to turn ones into twos, and that's really good.
I like the intent, despite the fall of wickets, knowing that they've been trained by Mr. Lalchand Rajput. He'll always keep that aggressive streak on as players. Don't be deterred by the situation and don't cave in, even if you lose wickets. Play a natural, fearless brand of cricket, and that's exactly what UE is doing in the middle.
Yeah, I was about to say that Chahar, who's a very good bowler, obviously he's played a lot of IPL, he's done well. There's Lalchand Rajput giving orders to his charges, very experienced coach, and he's got a group of youngsters with him on this tournament. But back to Chahar, in 2024, in 11 innings, he's picked up 10 wickets. His economy has been 9.4, which is a little bit too high, but he normally goes for. And he's averaged 30.4 runs, 30.8 rather. So he can do better than that. And he's struggling to find his rhythm.
Well, in the 2 innings, this tournament as well, Chahar has gone for 39 runs in 3 overs without a wicket. And he'll really want to come back strong as they get into the back end of this tournament as well. Another single. Much better this time though for India. Only 3 runs coming up over number 10. At the halfway stage, UAE have made a very fine comeback despite losing 5 wickets in the first 6. It's 81 for 5 after over number 10. Yeah, it was a bit of a stutter early on. Aryansh, Neelansh, Vishnu, Haider departed in no time. They were 35 for 4 and 40 for 5. But after that, this partnership worth 41 and 25, giving them the much needed comeback here, UAE. Look at that for a start. Mayank Kumar took off, took a liking to Anshul Kamboj, hit some very fancy hits over the top and then played all across this one, was stuck in the crease and the umpire's finger went up as well. Then this shot as well by Aryan Sharma only found the field and the deep as Vaibhav Arora as well was amongst wickets. Some impetus and fight back by Neelansh and Rahul, but Neelansh in his bid to go over the infield found Vaibhav Arora at offside. And then this brilliant catch by Prabh Simran behind led to another wicket, and Rafiq Salam as well got another wicket for himself to complete 3 wickets in 1 over. And Basil Hamid then came out and ensured that he stitches a fine partnership with his partner Rahul Chopra at the other end as they got 6s and 4s galore to ensure they stitched 41 unbeaten runs, taking them at the halfway stage.
And there's the summary of the bowlers so far, and all of the fast bowlers. Beautifully bowled by Rafiq, Anshul, Vaibhav, all chipping in for their 5 wickets. The last little 4 overs, though, has been all UAE, having hit 41 runs in 4 overs. So that's a really good comeback.
Well, all this action coming to you live from the Sultanate of Oman, known for its rich history, diverse culture and stunning landscapes. Oman is a prominent centre for trade and commerce. A country rich in heritage and natural wonders. The Sultanate of Oman successfully balances tradition and modernity as well. What a place, what a wonderful setting as well. The Oman Cricket Academy. Match 9 will come to you live on day 5. It's going to be Afghanistan A with Hong Kong, China. Afghanistan A have a clean slate, 2-2 for them, looking good to make it to the semis. Hong Kong, China still need to register their first points. We're into the back end in the league stages and we'll all wait for this cracker of a contest, Sri Lanka A and Bangladesh A. And both these teams will have to believe that it's a virtual knockout for them, and the winner from here will also progress into the semis from Group A as well. A virtual quarter-final for these two sides in match number 10 on the 22nd of October. That's a Super Tuesday as well.
Yes, it's going to be Abhishek Sharma now. Wealth of experience, 113 games under his belt, and he's one to watch out for with the bat in hand, and this time it's going to be ball in his hand. Halfway through. And he comes in and as if no problems at all, picks up a wicket straight away. Basil Hamid, the captain of UAE, looking good, but now he'll depart. Courtesy Abhishek Sharma, cleaning him up. Coming in straight away and trying to play it on the onside. A soft dismissal this. And curtains for Basil. He scored 22 of 12. And UAE lose their 6th wicket for 81.
Clearly bowling his strongest suit. 5 matches, 2 runs. Today he can better that. Lots of time. UAE would want to give them a chance of restricting, and 100 is a lovely landmark to get from here. What a start for Abhishek.
Basil, but Abhishek not allowing them to continue. Straight away gets the wicket for India. UAE once again will have to start it all over.
So far, all the bowlers who have picked up a wicket for India in this game have done so in their first over. Oh, that's an excellent delivery.
लाइव
Well, he never took his foot off the crease there and has always remained inside. No problems.
Yeah, no problem with the bowler's front foot, no problem with the batter's back foot. And you'll see some greenery on that board.
Going down the leg side as 11 are completed and UAE are 82 for 6.
One was leg.
Next time.
82 for 6. Change of ends for Chahar.
Rahul.
Would it bring a change in fortune? He's gone for 27. His first 2 overs. Pulled slightly short as well.
Wow, that might be another wicket down for the UAE. Opting to take a run which would have been risky and Tilak Verma hits the bullseye.
Well, if marks can be given for lip reading, then he said, I'm in. But it's a direct hit, and direct hits are always troublesome for the batters. Always troublesome. And he's missed it by a mile.
The problem is, Sohas, that you didn't lip read him fully. He said, I am in trouble. And certainly he was. That's out by miles.
Sanchit will not score a run today. In search of a run that did not exist, especially because it went to one of the best fielders in the business, Tilak. Goes without troubling the scorers, 82 for 7. Two for 7, Farooq.
Mohammad Farooq comes in and gets off the mark straight away. Mohammad Farooq is on strike now, rather. It was the other player, Rahul Chopra, milking that one for the single. So Mohammad Farooq will need to beat his best today.
Loves to go leg side, Farooq. But not if the ball's offered there. First run for him.
Rahul Chahar has been all over the place. Short, full tosses, width. All sorts of things that can go wrong for a leg spinner have gone wrong for him.
Rahul versus Rahul. Once again, it was a bit short, but this one didn't bounce as much as Rahul Chopra would have wanted. Oh, the second run is on. Good running between the wickets this time around. Sindhu was quick to dispatch the ball. Still the second run was possible. That's what clear calling can do.
Big boundaries, big gaps. Twos are always on. Once again, a full delivery. Batter tries to go hard, doesn't connect. And Rahul will stay on 39.
This went rather quickly to Tilak, who got into a good position. And then he had all three stumps to aim at. Bullseye.